they celebrating too hard for it being a Carabao Cup?
Erik Ten Hag dancing?
Bro.
I didn't have that on my bingo card.
No, man. And I think his chiropractor's like, bro, you know how much work we got to do to put you back together?
Okay. So we're looking at a picture of Lisandro Martinez and Anthony and Erik Ten Hag, who were all formerly of Ajax. And
right.
They were celebrating. I think people were shocked to see an Argentinian flag and a Brazilian flag dancing and celebrating together.
I think they were just shocked to see dancing. They're like, this isn't what we do. We mostly point. You know? I will say, where do they get the flags from? Is this you're in a final, bring your nation's flag with you?
Yeah, they have the flags at home.
They don't bring this to every match.
Not every match, but you bring it to the final.
It's a little superstitious.
Oh, you think it's bad luck to bring it?
Doesn't it feel like it? It feels like it's a little presumptuous.
I mean, it's like saying,
or you got to get staff to have the flag ready for you.
Or it's like a player who wears something under their jersey, under their shirt, to like display. Is that presumptuous?
I mean, if it's like, why always me and stuff like that, like you're making a statement, so of course you'd wear it.
I'm not that superstitious, so I don't agree, but
just feels a little much. Also, Anthony celebrating feels like a little much.
Why?
Because the way he's played.
Yeah, he had a good game.
He did all right.
He was
Lisandro Martinez. Incredible.
Yeah, he also got rocked in the face and still stayed in the game.
They call him the Butcher, bro. That dude he got that dog in him, bro.
Without a doubt.
He got multiple dog in him, bro.
He's one of those short kings that is tired of being called short. He's like, all right, I'm going to show you.
Yeah, right. He got that like Napoleon complex, but like he took it to the gym, you know what I mean?
Bro.
He didn't take it to 4chan, you know what I mean?
So incredible. But
shouts to Robert from LA for the super chat. We love you, and if you put in a super chat, we got to read it. So shout out to Christian Eriksen, proving the point that another player has to leave Spurs to win a trophy. Ouch.
It is. I mean, I didn't think, the Spurs are going to catch strays today.
Bro, if anyone deserves it.
But it is what it
Tottenham,
is.
Always.
But what does this mean for Manchester United, at least for, the beginning of the year? We were dogging them. We were just saying, like, this team is done. Ronaldo, look, after they let go of Ronaldo, things have, I think, really, really turned around. And look, the morale of the team. The Manchester United players just happy to go to work. They just walk a little bit of spring in their step.
Hop, skipping a jump on the way to work. I think this proves the point that what we made, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, ruins teams.
Okay.
Remember when you said that word for word? Am I in a shot though? Word for word.
Damn, why are you quoting me, bro?
I think to some degree we see now what happens. And remember, fans of Manchester United were upset that Cristiano Ronaldo was treated the way he was at the end of the season or at the end of his run at Manchester United. And they were, you can't treat, he's a GOAT, he's the GOAT, you can't treat him this way. And look what's happened to your club since he's left. In fact, look what happened to Al Nassr. They got bumped out of a cup competition.
Right.
With him there.
He did get a hat trick, I think, this weekend.
3 hat tricks in the last 10 games. But again, But
it's also, I mean, we're not saying it with that much admiration.
Yeah, bro, you ain't watching.
You ain't watching. We can't be caring, bro. He's in Saudi Arabia.
You do you out there.
Where he said
we ain't watching.
He's like, I'm not gonna retire there and blah blah blah. Nah, dude. Like whatever. You can get 4,000 hat tricks.
He wanted to have dignity in his carear.
Nobody cares, bro. Like, let's be for real. But they look. Somebody in the chat just said about Rashford. Rashford is a top 5 player in the world right now, or something like that.
He's not. He's got.
What does he have to do?
He's got the same goal. What's the word where they call it? Like where it's like assisting goals together. Goal contributions. Thank you, Blake. He's got the same goal contributions as Saka. Obviously more goals, but less assists. He's probably the most informed player in the Premier League. But you said he was the best player in the Premier League. I don't think he's close to that yet. I need to see that form for a long period of time.
Okay.
Or sustained form. He is in the best form in the Premier League.
He's just scoring every game he plays recently. In the last, 12, 13 games, something like that?
Okay.
It's remarkable.
Again, I think he's having a great year, and I'm happy for this redemption for him. Again, I could care less about Manchester United's success, but I like Marcus Rashford, and I want him to continue to succeed, and I like the fact that people are putting more respect on his name. But at the same time, bro, we ain't doing that for soccer.
Okay. I mean, Rashford...
He just keeps doing it. He's not getting any fouls called. They're cheating against him every time. VAR wants to hurt him.
Okay. Sure.
A man quit because he cheated against Arsenal. Okay? But man, everybody's singing Marcus Rashford's name. How about you look over here in North London?
So
I see the goddamn disrespect.
There was a quote from Sir Alex Ferguson. I'll read it.
Who was allowed to celebrate in the locker room with the team. Erik Ten Hag brought him in.
Yeah, Sir Alex Ferguson could come to my birthday party, bro. What are you talking about? He can go wherever he wants.
No, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is a lot of managers, Mikel Arteta is the first one to really start to want to bring Wenger back in.
Right.
And keep him apart. There's times where that hasn't happened. Manchester United's had, 35 managers since he's left? And no one's really made him a significant part of the celebrations or the team, the way Erik Ten Hag was bring him in. Did you see the photos? They had dinner together before the final. Erik Ten Hag is making himself a bit of he's building the foundation of making himself a legend at Manchester United. Obviously, success needs to follow that. Right. But he's doing all the right things up front to make himself a part of the...
It's tough to be a manager of a club that has such a legendary manager associated with it, and who's also still around and can also
Oh, but I got thrown under the bus when I said he should be the men's national team coach, only because he's 81 years old.
The problem here, sometimes the problem with in a lot of situations with a lot of jobs is you can reach out to the old boss that was very successful, but how much do you want them to influence your job and what you're doing? You're the new director of this company.
Yeah, but I will say, for me personally, I think a big part of why I've found any success in life, in anything I did, whether it was corporate America or anything else, is because I've always leaned on the people who did it before me and took some positive from what their experience was.
Right.
Not everything relates, but a lot of experience can be sort of handed down to you. And I think this is a great way of sort of giving a nod to the previous generation and allowing the players that are currently there to see that influence and learn that they need to build that story of their own.
You think Mourinho called Alex Ferguson? Help me out a little bit. Give me some tips.
Think Mourinho called him and he was like, we took down your statue.
We're making sure we're erasing your name from all the record books here.
I scratched your name out on all the walls and I wrote Mourinho.
Okay, I'm drawing dicks in the bathroom, bro.
That got nothing to do with you. I just want you to know the other things I'm also doing.
Just think a little bit different at Old Trafford, all right?
We're really taking out the mystique you left. And I'm really covering it with just dicks.
So, P. Morton said Rashford looks like he's finally grown into his body too. Took me till about 25. Okay, thank you for giving us a peek behind the curtain of P. Morton's
took
life.
Me to about 12.
I'm still waiting for me to grow into my own body. One day.
When you get there, oh, dude.
Yo, it's going to be crazy.
We're going to celebrate, yo. You and your son. We're going to throw a party.
He's going to get there before me.
100%. You might get there the same day. How beautiful would that be?
I'm hoping. Okay. So look, Rashford's great. Newcastle, it was a tough loss for Newcastle because they haven't won a trophy in something like, they haven't won this trophy or something. I don't remember the exact thing, but it must something like 60 years. There was a man walking into Wembley who was in tears. He was just crying, being like, it's been so long. The fact that we could have this opportunity. They did not go to him after the game. But Newcastle, who have had such a great turnaround this season, and brought a lot of hope to their fans. I mean, we watched the game with Alan Shearer earlier, just a few months ago, and so I have there's a new affinity I have with Newcastle, especially after meeting this man, who's just one of the most legendary Premier League players and Newcastle players. But it was a tough loss, yeah, because I thought Manchester United they had just played 2 days prior in Europa League. And to win this game, I think it says a lot about how good Manchester United are and how good Erik ten Hag is to get that team prepared for a game with such a short turnaround.
What gives me that, what you're saying, what gives me that confidence about Erik ten Hag and the way he's set this team up is that you didn't get the feeling they would give up the lead again. You didn't get the feeling they'd lose. You know that feeling you had in Newcastle, like maybe previous to a couple of weeks ago, where you're like, they're not going to be easy to beat. They're not going to, and if they go up by 1, you're not going to beat them. They're coming in prepared. You're now getting that about Manchester United. Remember how bad we felt about them, the 4-0 loss to Brentford at the beginning of the season? Yeah. Remember how we were like, oh, this team's absolutely in turmoil. You know, they don't know what they're doing. No one knows where they're going. That feeling is gone. Is it related to Harry Maguire not being in the back line? Maybe, you know? But that feeling of like, there's a potential calamity here, that's gone.
Right.
Erik ten Hag has put him in a place where like you now have confidence in them moving forward, which does bring up the question, are they really in that title race? They feel like points-wise, they might not be. But as far as their form is concerned, they kind of should be in that conversation. And shouts to DraftKings in the chat yet again.
Let's go. DraftKings asked, would you rather be a Newcastle or Spurs fan right now?
You didn't have to put right now in there.
Ever?
Bro, I'd rather be a Hyundai League Australian Newcastle fan.
Newcastle Jets?
Yes, the Newcastle Jets. Thank you.